Hey, this is Andrew Brown, and we are talking about diagnostic logging for Azure AI Services because when you're running these AI services for production and you're trying to figure out your capacity or your usage or maybe your costs, you're going to be turning to the diagnostic logging. And so there are three components here. We have activity logs, resource logs, and metrics. So those are the three things that we can work with. And you can easily turn them on by just turning on the diagnostic setting within Azure AI Services. So it's pretty straightforward, and you can just choose where you want to send them. So it's very hard to see here, but we can say log analytics, storage accounts, event hub, or partner solutions. So that's pretty clear there. You can say what level of logs you want to have. So we have audit logs and other ones here. I think that there is actually more now, or it might vary based on maybe per region or something, but I'm just saying that when I was doing this in the lab, I could have swore there were more checkboxes here, even though this is a very recent screenshot. And you can also define the retention policy. So, that's a pretty standard option there. Probably the most useful way of utilizing diagnostic logging is in log analytics, because you can basically write a query over here and get that information very quickly. It was strange because the first time I used this, it worked perfectly. But then when I had to go actually record the follow along, I could not get this to work whatsoever. So just understand that, yes, it's great to have these diagnostic tools if they work. And with Azure, things are not always consistent. Okay, so, the point is that we can send our data over to log analytics, and it's captured here. It'll start flowing over to here. We can analyze it. Usually the data appears extremely quickly. So it's not like we're waiting tens of minutes. It's like the data's there, assuming that log analytics is configured correctly. We can also use Azure Monitor. So that allows us to utilize Azure metrics. We can also pipe things over to event hubs. So if you need to integrate it into a custom solution or something else that you want to utilize, you can do that as well. For Azure Monitor here, you can, of course, make alerts. So this is a great way to keep on track of spikes in usage. This is very important if you're trying to save money or if you think you're having performance issues. Okay. But you can also view these metrics directly in the portal. So on the left-hand side here, you can see that we just have it under monitoring, so nothing fancy there. You can also add it to charts. You can add it to your dashboard. So yeah, lots and lots of options here for monitoring. But the key thing to remember here is, and I'm just flipping through these slides really quickly because all of this stuff doesn't really matter. The only thing you have to really need to remember is that you have to turn on diagnostic logging. If you remember that and where it outputs to, then you're going to be covered for the exams, okay?